Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So over here I'll be talking about the power rating or how to power the Valeton GP5, and then we look at how to pair it with the mobile app as well. So over here, this is my mobile. I'm using Android, and then this is the device. So a few pointers. The device comes with two knobs, which is the volume knob labeled as VOL, and then a power knob over here. Now the volume knob controls the amount of volume or output the device is supposed to send out, and then it has a phone's output jack over here, and then your input jack is over here. So you can plug your guitar over here and then send it out either to headphones or to your sound card or to the front of house or to a combo, a speaker, whatever it is that you are sending your signal to. That is what you can plug to. And then we simply have just one button over here. Now there are a few things you can do with this button when we connect with the mobile app. Now there are two options, two ways to power the Valeton GP5. So you can power it with the 9-volt adapter and then the USB-C. So it makes it very seamless powering up the Valeton GP5. And for comparison, this is how portable it is. It's so small. I've got this over here and it looks like this. This is how it looks from below. So yeah, this is how it is. So we can power the Valeton GP5 and you notice it's off on the screen over here. And over here I have my 9-volt at 1000 milliamperes or 9-volt at 1 ampere adapter. So I can plug it inside over here. Immediately it goes in, it automatically turns on like that, and it comes with the first preset or the last preset that you were on. Alternatively, if you do not have your adapter cable over there and what you have is your mobile phone adapter, and it has to be a USB-C cable, so immediately you plug it inside, you realize it turns on automatically. So these are the two ways. So this USB-C cable can be plugged to a phone adapter, or let me say a brick, or a power bank. So if you go to a gig and all that you have is your power bank and your USB-C cable, you can still plug and play. So meaning you do not need external power source aside the power bank. Alternatively, when I disconnect the cable from my power brick, I can plug this directly into my USB cable, directly into my USB port, and automatically it will turn on like that. So there are many ways to power the, if you are on Windows, you have to make sure you have the Valeton ASIO driver installed. If you're on Mac, you don't really need it. So this is my output options. So immediately I plug the Valeton GP5 and it turns on automatically it shows as an output. And when I click my sound preferences, you can see it also shows here. So it can be set as both input and then output, but I'll leave everything at default and then close this. So if you are on a DAW, I'm going to use GarageBand. Now this particular track, I have two options. I only get two inputs. That's the channel 1 for the GP200, and then the channel 2. But if I had the Valeton GP200 itself plugged, then I would have like 6 channels. And if I'm to put this in stereo, you realize I can record both the first and second channel together. So that becomes 1. So this is how to record the Valeton GP5 into your DAW, or how to recognize it on your computer. Let's look at how to connect it to the mobile app. So over here, I'll go through my mobile app list and open the mobile app, Valeton Suite. So once I open it, it looks like that. Now to connect the Valeton GP5 to my phone, you have to turn on the Bluetooth and then the location. Once you are done connecting, you click this link icon. Let me go back and do it again. This icon, and then you realize it shows us it's searching for available devices. So to connect this to this, you have to press and hold the power knob on the Valeton GP5. So this button is clickable, so you can press and hold it for 2 seconds, and then you go back to the app. Let me do it again, 2 seconds, and instantly you realize it shows. You can click this and then say connect device. So now that this my phone and my mobile app are connected, you can do stuff like this with this particular button. When you head over to the global and then scroll down to foot switch mode, you realize we have 0 to 99, 0 to 9, A to Z. You can use it as a control switch, you can use it as a tuner. So when I choose A to Z, it comes like this. When you select A to Z, it changes the control from the normal 0 to 99 to a patch mode, meaning you can assign a specific patch to a specific letter for a particular bank. So maybe the first bank can have, in the A section, maybe we have an overdrive tone. The B section we have a distortion tone, and then the C side we have a clean tone. So you realize when I click to toggle this, toggle that, toggle this again, it just switches between A, B, C, and then that'll be it. And then you can clearly see there are specific tones that has been assigned on my board by default, on this pedal by default, for these A, B, and C. So in that case, when you are playing, you don't necessarily need to bend down to turn this or to go to specific presets on the Valeton GP5. The next one is to use it as a control switch. immediately you choose control switch, the button changes to green. When you change it to a tuner, it means you have to press it once and it becomes like that. So you can use it as a tuner to tune your guitar. Now to the control switch mode again. For this particular preset, which is pure clean, I think it's based on a Vox AC30 amp. When I press this control switch button over here, you realize my noise gate and my modulation goes off, and then this becomes red. When I press it again, the mod block and then the noise gate turns on. So these are some of the few applications. And then also when you go to the patch settings in the mobile app, you can assign controls to the control switch over here. So over here you realize they ticked the noise gate and then the modulation. If I'm to change it to the mod block by tapping this, toggling this off and then choosing that, and I head over to my presets and I press the control switch, you realize my modulation and my reverb were turned off. Now when I press it back again, it turns on. So I'll leave it as it was. You can select multiple effects, more than 2, and then when you go over here and you press this, you realize 3 effects in the chain are turned off. So I'll remove the reverb from the list, and then it will just be these 2. So yeah, these are a few pointers for new Valeton GP5 users that would be helpful. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you next time.